Good morning. Happy full moon to you all. It's Friday I'm not sure. I don't actually know what the date is today. Isn't that awful? But then again, it's not awful because we have been so tied down by time. It's really not awful. And it's possible you found the same. That time is just disappearing. I hear lots and lots of people saying time's gone weird. And it has, and it needed to, and it still needs to, because this is part of our journey. So if you suddenly find that you don't know what day it is, as I clearly don't, and if you don't know what time it is or anything else, it's perfectly fine. You're not going crazy if you've forgotten what day and time it is, or year or decade. You are simply slipping into something that is far more important, and that is your heart, and into freedom, and into something far more beautiful than the structures of this 3D world. So don't worry if you feel like you're going completely and utterly doolally, because because from where I'm sitting, doolally is a very nice place to be. Even if you feel slightly crazy at times, don't worry about it. So here we are at this full moon in March. Yeah, that time has come already, and I can't believe where March has gone. It's literally marching forward. So we have this beautiful, beautiful energy with us. Good morning, Lorraine. This gorgeous energy. I've been sitting here just listening to Bach and one of his concertos. You know what? If you ever feel down, just put on music. There are certain composers who write, I really feel, cosmically inspired, and Bach is one of them. And it just lifts your heart. And if you ever doubt that the world has gone wrong, that the world has, taken a wrong turn, just put on some classical music, and you will find that there is structure, there is the most magnificent, loving order in this music. And you wonder, how could someone create something so beautiful? It's really simple. They just listen to cosmic love. And that's what we're here to do. And I am surrounded by notes, because as I was sitting there listening to the music, just feeling the love of these incredible beings surrounding us, if you reach out, you will probably feel them. They have just been giving me, say this, talk about this, do this. And so I'm literally surrounded by notes because I can't remember anything. So I just have to write stuff down. And I was looking at the astrology of this, and it's a full moon in Virgo, but we've also got Pluto rising, not Pluto, the old cartoon dog, Pluto, the planet. I think it's still a planet. And there are so many different aspects to this full moon, as well as being 2 days away or 3 days away from the equinox, depending where you are in the world. It's incredibly special. We have done so much clearing, so much of it, looking at our pains, our shadow side, looking at our dreams, and always just thinking, my dream, it's just out of reach, it's just over there. Well, now is the start of being able to create something that's far more tangible, far more concrete. And this dream, it's hard to put into words, that the biggest dreams that we have are actually ones that are for all of humanity. You can sit there and you can say, well, I want another car, I want a bigger house. But really and truly, the dreams that we have sit in our heart. And our dreams are actually a reflection of what is wanted for the entire world. And that is peace and love and harmony and joy. And this feels like it's the start of a journey into building these new structures. And, just before I came on here, the last thing all the angels said to me in the guides was time to rewrite the structures. Time to rewrite the structures within us to understand what our heart truly wants, so that we can reflect that out into the world. And if everybody turned around and said, what I want is joy and harmony for me, that's actually an amazing thing to wish for the entire world. We are connected. We are, as was said to me recently, we are in this giant soup of energy. But it's a soup of love energy. Everything that has gone in there is a different aspect of love. And as I say that, I can just feel this energy go, it's coming in, it's just racing in. So, this is where we want to go, the dreams of unity. There has been so much division in this world. From the moment we were born, we have been classed and classified and put into little pockets of where our life should be and who we should be and how we should be. And, one person is a gymnast and the other is a writer and someone else is a mathematician. All it does is keep us in these little pockets and say, that's who you are. We're not. We are enormous. We are beings of infinite, incredible potential that just so vast you can't imagine. And I know I have some of you coming to me at the moment and saying, what am I going to do with my life? What you're going to do with your life is listen to your heart and just be joyful. You don't need to stick a label onto love or joy. Just be it. And if you go out every day and your job is just talking to people and smiling at them, then go and do it. No, the universe will take care of you. It will love you. And that's a really hard one to deal with, I know, when we're building dreams, because we do live physically in this 3D world and we're sitting here going, I've got a bill to pay this month. It's so easy to fall back into that 3D lack. And we're just going to say, hey, universe, you're here. I trust you. You're going to take care of me. Because I am you and you are me. So, this is the kind of dream that we want to build. It's about standing in our own creative power as well. We constantly create. This whole cosmic ordering thing, I must write my list. It doesn't work, at least for me. It just doesn't. What works for me is recognizing my own creativity and just allowing it to flow in and out of the universe without standing still, without becoming a statue. I think, when we hold on to something so tightly, nothing can flow in or out from us. So it's all about becoming fluid and allowing this love to come in, to go out. Hi, Jade. You hit the nail on the head. Oh, bless you. I hope it didn't hurt. The poor nail. I'm sorry. I'm joking. I'm not quite sure which bit I hit the nail on the head, but thank you. Because that was time. I can't remember that. So what's stopping us from stepping into what it is that we want to do? It's looking inside of ourselves and seeing where it is that we are hanging on to the old structures of life. Where are we holding on so tightly and saying, well, this is the way the world is. This is how the structure is. And this stops us moving forward. And this was another thing that I was given this morning. This time while I was making the bed, as they've been chattering away. So people will often say, you have to stay within your place. You can't possibly step out and go into another field, into another area, to go exploring something else, because this is the way the world is. And I tell you what, I have heard that so many bloody times throughout my life. When somebody has said to me, but you can't. Why? Why can't I? Because somebody else told me, and then that becomes my truth, and I become then this concrete statue, this unmoving, unfluid thing, and I sit there and I go, well, they've told me I can't. And what they said was, just because that's how it always was, does that mean how it always has to be for the future? And this is the question. We've been so used to living by everybody else's rules, by living to the rules of 3D, by thinking that this is it, and that we can't possibly exist or grow past this avatar. No, we're stepping out of that now. And our true creative divine power, it sits within this heart. This is the flow, this is the doorway to open up, to bring in, it is in the heart. And how many of us have actually turned around and engaged with our hearts? How many of us have really looked inside our heart and gone, this is me, this is who I am, this is what I want? Have you? I ask you now, have you ever really sat and looked inside your heart and engaged with what your heart is telling you? Because we go racing around the day. You know, our mind's so busy, full of stuff, full of junk, full of things that we have to do in order to keep our world from changing. This is the hilarious thing they're telling me. We do all these things, wishing for something to change, for our dreams to become true. But we keep doing exactly the same patterns again and again and again because we think that is part of the structure. And if I haven't made the bed this morning, then my day isn't going to go right. If I haven't washed up from last night, then I'm a terrible person. And here we are just putting in all these self-imposed rules about how the world is and who we're supposed to be. And then we wonder why the world isn't fluid and why we can't bring in what it is that our heart desires. Because when did we engage with it? You see the problem? We get stuck in this whole routine of life, and then we wonder why things don't change. It's down to us. It's down to us engaging with that heart. That's where our creative power lies. That's where the love lies. And this is the one thing they keep saying to me. It's all about love. Everything is about love. Years ago, I sat there and I kind of went, you know what, I'm teaching Reiki and I really like it, and I'm teaching psychic development, I really like it. But inside of me, there was always something that said, build your own course. And I was like, I don't know how to. I have no idea. I don't know what this is. I don't know enough. I'm not wise enough. I'm not this enough. And then yesterday, I sat in meditation and they went, do a course about self-love. And I was like, what? Who? Me? No. Immediately it was kind of like, I can't do that. And then just kept saying to me, it's about love. This is all it is. They reminded me that I come on here and I talk to you and I don't necessarily know what I'm going to say, but it's about love. All you have to do is give love out to the world, give love to yourself. And so suddenly my dream's coming true because I didn't see myself in the old way. I didn't panic, well, initial panic. I just went, hang on a sec, I can do this. Because I am love, because I'm giving love, and this is all that people really, really need. You know, when that baby's born, what do they need? Yes, they need food and sleep, but what they really need is love. You remove love from a child, you can give them food, you can give them clothing, but they don't thrive. This is the problem with all these children in orphanages. They don't get the love. You know, they've looked at these children in Romania and they don't get the love. This is what's missing from our lives. And this is what is going to make our dreams concrete. This is what is going to bring the world into balance. What is going to help us see what it is that is blocking us from moving forward. It is all about our heart. It's all about love. And the wonderful thing is, every single one of us has a heart. Every single one of us has the ability to look into a heart. Every single one of us has the ability to love. And if that's the case, that makes every single one of us as talented, as precious, as loved, as beautiful, as special as anybody else. Isn't that beautiful? We are all equally valid, equally magnificent. Just sit with that for a second. They're just telling me, just sit with that for a moment. You are as valuable, as valued, as beautiful, as loved, as special as anybody else in the entire galaxy. Feels good, doesn't it? And what they also say to me is, we don't need to be perfect. You know, Virgo is, oh my goodness, it's about perfection. I have Virgo family, I know this. But love doesn't have to be perfect. Well, love is perfect, but it also doesn't, it means we don't have to be perfect. You know, I was watching one of my favourite films, Shakespeare in Love, last night. It's romance, it's gorgeous, but it's also heartbreak. But you don't mind at the end. You just don't mind, because there was love. And their love was perfect when they were in it, but it ended imperfectly. But it didn't matter, because the heart opened and it was all about this gorgeous, gorgeous love. So it's time for us to dive into this giant soup of love. And recognise that as we serve others, as we help others on this journey, we are also helping ourselves. And that's incredibly important. They are, again, a reflection of what it is that we want for ourselves. So there's so much going on, but it's all about love. That's it. It's easy, isn't it? So, again, I had a look at the cards, and this time I'm using this beautiful, one of my favourite packs, Beyond Lemuria. And I wanted to see what they said. And these genuinely are the 3 cards that came up. So the first one is the Infinite. I mean, isn't that just beautiful artwork? And you know what she reminds me of? A phoenix. And we are literally transforming. We are rising from the ashes of our pain, of our traumas, of our past, out of all the ashes to become this incredibly beautiful being. So the Infinite, this card talks about we've arrived at the doorway to the beginning of, who knows, but it's exciting. We are at the beginning of a huge adventure in love, a huge adventure in building new structures across this world. And yes, some people will need help, and we'll help them up, because that's what we do. But here we are, right at the beginning. Then the second card, Stepping Through. And this one says, no more excuses. There is the doorway. It's open. It's time to step through. It's time to step fully into what you want, into what your heart tells you, into your dreams. You can hold back and you can keep saying, oh, but I can't do it. Oh, but it's not for me. But I have the wrong label. I'm in the wrong class. I don't have the skills. You can carry on saying that if you like. Or you can turn around and say, I'm just going to step through. And sure, it takes courage. But you know what gives you more courage beyond anything else? Love. So I discovered yesterday when I put out, I'm doing this course on self-love. Oh my God, terrifying. But I went, it's all about love. And I wrote it just like that. Because love gives us everything. And the third card, Loving Compassion. See that? The diamond, the heart, the wings, they're all there. Everything that says, come back to your heart. See love in all things. See love in all people. See love in all situations. Because the one thing I'm discovering, love is the cure. Love is the answer. Love is the response. Love is everything. Love is unity. And this is where we're going. Hell, not going. We're here already. It's always here. We've just got a wonderful journey to travel. So, enough of that. I have these beautiful light beings here who want to talk. So, I'm going to let them. And if you end up speaking your own light language where you are, if you want to sing, if you want to do anything, just let it happen. Don't stop your natural response to whatever is coming through. Just let your heart play out through your body and just be who you are, because you're beautiful and perfect. So get comfy. Close your eyes if you want. See you soon. Suanarin mikimashe, washisi hiatanagamana. Korosodani maraita marashenya, simoskaya waranya. Tunduskaya shwashayarana skinnike. Awakia dariamya wananya wadarshikoeshia kornashwasiato. Uzi oshenya sarina remiti, keramarkariki, tsuchkishwashasnya waraya, tumushkasia, tumurkardishkbasim, damarinya kaishkasia, tuswaswakia darishke, simsasia, skrakimurashkeya, tutkora, tuzaldakayan, ninidikishiswasaya. Tu zarai ter marashkensia, terish kwashinya shayar manatagrokashesnya, smukujaskya, ninjukujara, niamarishkes, wetsisikiatar, matarabrikadagrishke, tu bukrai de kormata, tu murishkesva, tu miozwaria, mintbaragina, kukushizaria, nanaye gitarishiski, smadaranya maragitarasheswaza, tu kurishkes, sinyaza, modar maraya, mukanavarak marashisi, wishiskia, tu maskera, nimarashiko, vadarkaderi karanya. Zwed, burakanya takria, tu marishkes, wastikira takrimada, kimatakrakia. They say you think that love is too far away from you, but there are these billions of ribbons of light just coming through, and all you have to do is allow one into your heart. Tu bucurcașe, ție purtați apatia. Te puți creprica pata crepatati. Tu purche prati, te prechi tu pracașchi. Muzcu prati, te prechim. Tin bit crate. Tu presiu cuși sapate. Giannia Maria. Tu puntu cremia te prechim nada chiși successio tara. Mentitia te dita carachia. So zai comandante cresiș chiși wasita prana. Tin muzcu cracashia shia. Muzcu priade ignateki. Puta de bira, puta cratiata, timmara che devo che spazi. Ui, mi avrai nada, ti puta crabia. Tu moskaya. I also say that those lights that you see in your home, in your garden, in your eyes when you're not looking, they're real. Miji koranya miata na miata varakia. Tanyo she swajianya marayita gramita pa. Timadikari, timoshe swasa. Tumuswesha se yamorare tikia. Timashnia simisamakia. Timajwara mitana miando no kashi wasin. Siwashe swiadono no kashi. Suadikita kriapata, tumuku wishesia, wishiki washimiatania, mayadikimata, mendana, miana matkima, nina matikimara. Tumragrigashki, smushisia, smaki wadenia motakashis, petata de yabranakita, tumatkita, tumokashesha, we canari monaneshkema, nyamutaga, Pulika Roshискisa, Sitkuja, Simotaraya, Namarishki. When you shisa, Tatimura Karayima, Timarakarana, Dimdikushushua. So we shashima. The energy is changing. Tuija mia naraitebe, timaj nekesia mia donaje, huio washesia, tumlashekia. Uzita di mania naike, muznianya maragik matka, tumashe, swissaka ineya, mudada de yamoda, dinukashi, sumaka, moya wanabianon, kiwata inaiwa, mudanawai, mukasha shwaseya, tu wishkesia simiatura, tuma, we yakia mudada jewa, inatipota, kudanya mai, wish, wukabada yamoda, we were yamodada, ishkesiwa, suada. Moiza warianya mianda na keresho. Mwashenya wasina ke aranya. Turjoshka, sewaina, mudadarisjaka. Tumakara, jazimnya dorana mianda na kesha, si tutakaya. Tu jazimnya marayata. Uhishesikia, da yoshosia, swaje zukwaza seya modashea. Washizaja, tiketawa, tumakaya. Ai sinjujushkashe, mujisiaseseke, tujisakia, tuajeja wayana moja, sisake sekaya, tujiswasia, mukada jana narai, utarajuska, suarekina, murijikizaviyana namaria, tuaramea arakia. Usiziata Maria, kurna kadajishki, sumaraja, udara mutkarakeshanya. Usiarenia tarakimera karakisho. Torajna kisia mutranya. Erikikara zikmada. Kimarakisi skinada. Kriminetsis kitsikarara menekaraji. Turamodata. Zurkashi signamore zinyasi. Tunmandadana mukada kemara rikina. Shimata shinyasa karemo aigerati. Tunmate. Tarimikeje. Sutarashiki. Sumarana korazinya tinashki. The message is also that we think of love as being very passive, very weak, very soft, but actually it's incredibly strong. It is such a powerful force, and we can use this force as a real creative power. Dobarnikushu, Sunjiska, Tadina, Tadashkina, Kashinia, Semyashika, Chumada, Tare, to Joshisia, Chumatikwa, Tadushka, Smaska, Dabarkushis, Tuja, Shadi did Gikabatakita Batikana, Nutadarimuka. This world was built so much on the powers of darkness that we have forgotten that love is stronger than all this darkness. And when we look at what the structures have built, so what the energy has built structures in this world, and we think that these are imperviable, that they cannot be taken down, but love is a force, a dynamic force, and it can change everything. It can make what is solid fluid once again, just as the love goes into a heart that is closed. And as the love goes in, it softens the heart again. This is what we can do with the world. I think that's all I want to say for today. The power of creativity is ours. It is time to stop being passive, stop thinking we are at the mercy of all these other energies. We're not. We can take love into our hearts, and it is an energy that rises and builds and creates and strengthens. And the energy is here and just waiting for us to take its hand and bring this beautiful creative force into our lives. The beautiful thing about love, they say, is that when you need strength, when you need phenomenal power, it is there. And yet, the moment that you need softness, that you need such incredible gentleness, love is there. And this is the beautiful secret to love, that it is so fluid. It is all things. And you, they tell me, are made of this beautiful force of love. You have been told that within your DNA resides wrong things. But it's not. You are made of the most perfect love. And this is what they want you to know inside yourself. And the journey back to health is based on love. And they want this for you. This is the message that came with the light language. You are love. Let it in and let it be who you are. I hope that will bring you what you need today. That this Virgo power of creativity will be taken into your heart. And that together we will all step through that doorway and into our new world. I thank you as ever for joining me here. And if any of you feel drawn to make a donation and exchange, you are very welcome to. Details are on the event page. But I do this for love. And the equinox is coming. I am online at 3 o'clock on Sunday. I think it's 3 o'clock or 3:30. It's on the page. And the equinox, it's going to be big. So I hope you will join me and we can continue stepping forward in love. I look forward to seeing you then. And I send many, many light blessings to all of you. And I send you love. Bye-bye. See you soon.